And now to close out the show, I hear that we've got someone special on the line. Nomi returns to the Damage Report. How's it going?
How are you, John?
I'm glad to have you here, and especially to talk about your new venture. I hear you've got a show.
I do. I even have a mug now. I'm so official.
Well, I don't have a mug. I've been doing this for years. Wow, you are on the ball.
You know, we need to get the word out. Yeah, we launched a show a little over a month ago, and as it's the season, so people want to learn about what's happening with the Democratic Party primaries. So we're growing pretty steadily on YouTube and Patreon at the Nomiki Show. And yeah, we're very excited because the goal of the show is to really pull back the curtain of the process, you know, what's happening in the Democratic Party primary, how the DNC works, how all of these like grifty organizations that support the status quo work, and of course, you know, what's the deal with superdelegates? Because I had to go through the torture of being part of this process. I might as well be a service to the universe, the progressive universe.
Yeah, and also as a voice who can accurately describe what that process was like and not look back on it and pitch it as something that it was not, which we've seen a lot of over the past few days. So for people who haven't yet watched the show, what's the format? Where can they find it? How often does it come out?
So we do a full-length show once a week. And it's a more evergreen show, so I like to uncover some part of the democratic process in my opening, and then I'll usually have one or two guests on. One is a deeper dive on a specific topic, and then maybe the other is a follow the money type of segment. That show comes out on Patreon first every single weekend on Saturday. So if you're a patron, if you want to be a patron, go to patreon.com/the Nomiki Show, and then we post it on YouTube. And then during the week, I will just do pickup interviews because as much as I wanted this to be a once a week show, I can't fight it. So I do these pickup interviews, and I'll do live commentary. Like I'm going to do live commentary today at 5:30 p.m. Eastern on the breaking news of Amy Klobuchar getting out of the race, as well as Pete and what that means. And yeah, I mean, it's pretty simple. You can go to YouTube, look for the Nomiki Const. That show is going to be on there, and then Patreon is where you help us survive.
Yeah, and the news is breaking fast.
Live event today. I'm so sorry. If I could just do one little plug. If you're in the Los Angeles area, we are doing a live show with some of the greats of TYT and others. Michael Brooks, Francesca Fiorentini, Lucy Flores, Justin Jackson from the LA Chargers, Nando Vila, myself, David Dayan. We're going to be on stage talking about what's happening as it comes in on Tuesday in LA, and you can go to my Twitter to find that.
Awesome. Well, and let's look forward to the future of the show. Who are some of the people that you're planning to bring on? Who are some of your dream guests for your podcast? Who would you like to break down the news with?
So I actually reached out to Noam Chomsky in the fall when I was in Tucson visiting my family for the holidays. And I'm going to be going out in person to Tucson, Arizona, where he teaches. I went to University of Arizona. He teaches there. It's kind of exciting. So I'll be doing a sit down with him. That I think is my dream. Like, the dinner that I want, it would be with like Noam Chomsky, and it's happening. So that's exciting. And I think coming up, you're going to see more conversations with people that you may not necessarily know, but have a lot of power over the Democratic Party process. I'll be going into, calling up superdelegates and having them come on the show. Maybe a little bit more behind the scenes stuff, but I think it's important, and it's what people crave. In terms of dream guests, I mean, I'm a woman of the. I like the journalists that don't get the coverage on cable news. I like the activists who don't get the attention but have profound stories. I like the candidates. You do this so well. You highlight candidates who are working very hard, and in a presidential cycle, they may not be getting the amount of attention that they deserve. So I like to highlight them. And, and I like to bring fresh faces on that are doing great work, like Sam Finkelstein, who's our contributor for Follow the Money. Exactly.
Well, obviously a lot to look forward to. I hope that people check it out. And, maybe we can touch base in a couple of weeks and talk a little bit more about the show. But for now, Nomi, thank you so much for joining us. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, John. I appreciate it.
Thank you, and best of luck. Check out the Damage Report podcast each day, wherever you get your podcasts, whether Pocket Casts or Stitcher or iTunes. You can join me as I give you the news and stories you want, with a range of co-hosts and interview guests jumping in on the fun each day. Again, that's the Damage Report, wherever you get your podcasts. And if you get them at iTunes, don't forget to rate and review. Sometimes I'll read them live on the show.